Hello again, and welcome to day 38 of 100 days, 100 videos, 200 questions, Christmas Eve edition. I don't have anything like special Christmassy planned, but I just thought I'd mention it. I'm actually filming this the day before because we're going to be traveling on Christmas Eve, and I don't want to worry about this one up in Canton. What I wanted to say in the last video that I didn't decided I'd say for this one is back there you can see before I had Megadeths, and I've kind of separated them because I finished my death puzzle. That puzzle was like the hardest thing that I've ever done. It's like $2 million puzzle by Mischief, and I was so frustrated because it was one of those puzzles where like pieces could fit in multiple spots, which always kind of like irk me. But yeah, then that kind of irks me, but it's fine because like I like a challenge. But it took forever to do because it was like they had to be absolute perfect fits. Like all the corners had to line up. There couldn't be any gaps, and the puzzle didn't sit together super well. So it wasn't like one of those where you could lift the whole thing up. Like picking up 3 pieces, one was probably going to fall off. But I'd have to pick up 2 and make sure there was like no light that was making it through to be sure that they were the right fit. But then as I got closer to the end, I was having a lot of trouble with the edges. This is going to be a weird video. I don't know. I'm going so into this puzzle. And some of the edges were like wonky, but they were right. At least I think they're right. Because at the end, the puzzle makes a QR code that you scan, and then it takes you to the website where you put in your like prize code, and it tells you how much it was worth, whether it was worth $1 all the way up to $2 million. Well, I'm finished, and I couldn't get the QR code to scan, and I'm thinking that either I have this puzzle wrong, or my overhead light, which is like the only real light I have in the room. I have like a little lamp over here that I don't use that much, and I have my ring light. But I'm like, that's just messing it up. So I'm like, maybe I can find somewhere to find the place to put it in. And so I get this Reddit forum from like years ago where it's like, scan this code and then put in your prize code. If it's right, that means your puzzle's worth $1. If it's wrong, it means your puzzle's worth more and you have to scan your own code. So I put it in and I find out, of course, my puzzle was worth $1, that I spent all that time for $1. And I could have just scanned it before I finished it and been like, "That's only worth $1. It's not really worth it." So yeah, that was disappointing. But it is done, and I feel very accomplished from getting it. All right, let's move on. I just realized something. I have a question of a day book, and it's been a very long time since I filled it out. So maybe after this, I will look and see how far behind I am. Okay, I'm just going to grab one of these, and I'll do that in my next video. So we're going to film as soon as I finish this one. If you could travel anywhere in time, where and when would you go? I feel like I had this question kind of before as one of my ChatGPT questions. I'm not going forward because I feel like that would be really depressing, and I don't want to know. And anywhere I go back, I assume I'm going back with the ability to return to this time and not be stuck there, right? Because if I was going to have to be stuck there, then I want to go back to like when I started high school. I could give myself a bunch of advice. Or maybe I go back to who I am at that time. Even then, I don't really want to go back because then I'd have to try and redo my life the way it is and get the girls and all that stuff. And I don't think it would work out that way. So I wouldn't really want to go back. But assuming I can go back, and I go back and I can come back to this time, I would want to go to, I kind of like the time of like Little Women and things like that. And just sort of get a feel of what life was like before all of these like modern amenities where there were different expectations in society. And I do wonder if I would be really freaking smart then, or if I'd be really freaking dumb because there's so many things I don't know. That's probably what I would want to do. Or I would want to go back to like the 40s or 50s and like buy land and put it in my future name, like will it to myself. So now I can come back and be like, oh my gosh, I have this beachfront acre in California. How nice. I'm going to sell it. Because I spent, $5,000 buying it back in 1940. But now, I don't even know if that's accurate. I have no idea how much it would have been. Now it's worth, $2.3 million. Like probably more than that if it's a whole acre. But yeah, that's what I would do. Okay, so yesterday, if you remember, I asked ChatGPT to give me 3 Christmas related questions to get me through the Christmas season. And so today's is, if you could spend Christmas in any place in the world, where would it be and how would you celebrate it there? So any place in the world, I would want to celebrate it. First of all, my number one place to celebrate Christmas is in my own living room in front of my tree with my girls and my husband. And anybody else who wants to be there. Just the real thing is just, honestly, the real thing is just having the family right there. We're not actually doing that this year. We are going to be celebrating at my mother-in-law's house, which is fine. I love her and I'm excited, but it's a little bit of a struggle for me because I was really big on like, we are going to have Christmas as a family in our house. Every Christmas morning is always going to be at our house, but it's becoming a battle that I can't win because my husband's parents are divorced and his mom always does a Christmas Eve celebration. And then his dad, usually we celebrate with him on Christmas. And they're both about 2 hours north of us. And so to get home for our Christmas, like in the house, is just, it's very hard. For a while we were doing, we'd go out for Christmas Eve, come down the same night, and then go to my parents Christmas Day, or have my parents come to us Christmas Day after we had opened presents and things, and then we would figure something out with my husband's dad. But lately it's been easier. We did Christmas at my parents' house today, and now we're just gonna go up to Canton. Last year we went on a cruise for Christmas, so we weren't home then either. But I really enjoyed that, and I kind of want to do something like that again. I think if I can go anywhere in the world, it would be Australia for Christmas because it's warm there, and I would love for it to be warm on Christmas. I really want to visit Australia, so why not 2 birds? And I would celebrate it the exact same way I'm celebrating it here, except we would have just pictures of presents because I'm not going to try to ship them there or back. We would maybe do something completely crazy that we wouldn't do at home. You know, go out and eat Chinese food or whatever the thing is there. I don't know. Yeah, do something super Aussie. That's what I would do if I could spend Christmas anywhere. All right. This has been day 38. 100 days, 100 questions. 100 days, 100 videos, 200 questions. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm about to film tomorrow's, and so I will see you over there. Have a great night, and Merry Christmas if you celebrate.